Today on December 11th, Archangel Michael is angry you have made a serious mistake. Don't dare to ignore. My beloved child, listen, and don't even think about blinking right now. Something huge is waiting for you, and in the next few moments your heartbeat will tell you why Archangel Michael himself is standing in front of your destiny, fists tightened, wings blazing with fire, and eyes burning with a truth you were never supposed to skip. Today isn't a normal day. Today isn't an ordinary moment. Today is the one moment heaven didn't want you to waste, but you almost did, and that is the mistake he's angry about. You felt it, didn't you? That sudden pull. That strange tension in the air. That unexpected chill around your shoulders. That whisper inside your chest telling you, stop scrolling, something is about to flip your entire life. Michael has watched every step, every tear, every prayer, every broken night, every dream you buried because you were scared, tired, or convinced destiny forgot you. And today, December 11th, something finally moved. Something shifted in the divine record with your name embossed in golden letters. And Michael is furious because you almost walked past it again. But don't move, don't breathe too deep, don't let your mind wander. This moment is too sacred. The next lines are too crucial. Heaven has been trying to reach you for days, and you kept saying, tomorrow, later, maybe next time. Child, there is no next time for what is coming toward you right now. For the first time in years, Michael raised his voice in the divine court. He slammed his sword into the ground and shouted your name because you were seconds away from losing something that was literally crafted for your destiny. Something heaven saved through storms, detours, heartbreaks, and enemies you don't even know tried to destroy you. But don't worry, you're here now. You opened this. And that single action has already changed the outcome. My chosen soul, pay attention. This is where the truth turns sharper, louder, and unforgettable. Archangel Michael is not angry because you did something wrong, he is angry because you underestimated yourself, your calling, your power, your worth. You kept apologizing for things that were never your fault. You kept accepting losses that were never meant to be yours. You kept shrinking so others could shine. You kept loving people who never protected your heart. You kept walking into storms that weren't made for you. Heaven didn't write you as a background character. You were written as the breakthrough. You were written as the turning point. You were written as the storm no darkness can handle. But you forgot that. And that is the serious mistake everyone in heaven noticed. Michael has been guarding you silently, every night you cried into your pillow, every time you begged for answers, every time you felt like giving up. He saw how you hid your pain behind a smile. He saw how you walked through disappointments alone. He saw how you kept going even when your soul felt like collapsing. And today, he is not angry at you, he is angry at the world for making you believe you were small. He is angry at every person who underestimated you. He is angry at everything that broke you. He is angry because you forgot the magnitude of what heaven placed inside you. And so, he came down, yes, today, to confront you with a truth that will rewrite the next years of your life. You were never meant to live a life of fear. You were born to rise. Stay still. Your blessing is not delayed. Your miracle is not lost. Something massive is shifting right now because you finally opened this message. My beloved child, this is where your heart will stop for a second, because what Michael wants to reveal now is something you were never supposed to hear before today. A door was closed on your behalf. A trap was dismantled. A betrayal was intercepted. A loss was reversed. A timeline was rewritten. Something dangerous was meant to target you, emotionally, financially, spiritually. But it has been cancelled because you are now under Michael's active protection. You felt that sudden heaviness recently? That tiredness in your chest? That feeling like someone was draining your energy? That wasn't random. Something was pulling you down. Something was trying to silence your spirit. But child, heaven stepped in. Michael didn't just warn you, he defended you. He blocked something you didn't even know was coming. He redirected something that would have shaken you. And he is here, right now, because your destiny is entering a phase where small mistakes can cost massive breakthroughs, and he refuses to let you miss what is coming. Your life is not stuck. Your story is not over. Your breakthrough is not lost. Actually, the opposite. Something huge is waiting for you, something life-altering, timeline-shifting, soul-restoring. And today marks the first crack in the invisible wall that kept your blessing from reaching you. My beloved child, don't move. Because the next words are the reason Archangel Michael demanded you to stop scrolling today. Something huge is waiting for you, and if you miss this line, you may never understand why heaven has been shaking your spirit so fiercely. Michael is standing behind you, not symbolically, but spiritually, his wings stretched wide, blocking every negative force that tried to follow you into this destiny. Today, he isn't whispering. Today, he is roaring your name across the spiritual realm, because your breakthrough window has finally opened, and the danger is that you almost walked right past it again. You didn't realize it, but in the last few days, your energy shifted so fast that even the unseen world reacted. Doors that were locked for years started rattling. Blessings that were frozen started melting. Angels who were silent started moving. And the biggest truth? Your enemies felt it before you did. That's why the attacks increased. That's why your peace suddenly broke. That's why your emotions started spiraling. Something big was coming, and darkness panicked. But Michael didn't let anything cross the line. He stood guard. He fought battles in silence. And now, he wants you to know, you have no idea how close you came to losing what was meant for you, until you opened this. My chosen soul, this part is going to hit your chest like lightning. Michael is angry not because you failed, but because you doubted your own light. Every time you looked in the mirror and said, "Maybe I'm not enough," heaven trembled. Every time you blamed yourself for someone else's damage, heaven watched you break. Every time you shrank your voice to keep the peace, Michael clenched his sword tighter. He knows your past hasn't been gentle. He knows your heart has been bruised too many times. He knows you carry wounds you never speak about. But child, he is furious that those wounds made you forget your worth. You weren't created to apologize for your existence. You weren't created to settle for crumbs. You weren't created to stay small so others feel comfortable. The mistake he's angry about is how easily you let people convince you that you were ordinary. Michael wants you to understand something that will shift your future permanently. When heaven chose you, it wasn't a suggestion. It was a declaration. And that declaration is active again, right now, in this very second, as you read these words. My beloved child, breathe deep, because the next revelation is why heaven refused to stay silent any longer. In the next 14 days, a major shift is scheduled for your life, something so powerful that even your angels are calling it the turning. A blessing, an opportunity, a reversal, a restoration, something heaven has been holding for the perfect moment is finally being released. But your doubt almost delayed it. Your fear almost blocked it. Your hesitation almost rerouted it. That's why Michael burst into your timeline today, because if you missed this message, your breakthrough would have remained locked behind a spiritual barrier one more year. But now the entire script of your destiny is being rewritten. Now the energy around you is vibrating with divine movement. Now your name is being spoken in rooms your feet haven't entered yet. And now, nothing will be able to stop what's coming toward you. My beloved child, don't even blink right now, because this is the part where everything becomes painfully clear. Something huge is waiting for you, and Archangel Michael is done watching you underestimate the force that has been trying to dim your light. Today, he isn't warning you softly, he is standing in front of you with the full weight of heavenly authority because a truth you never saw coming is finally ready to break the surface. In the last few months, your spirit has been under attack, not by coincidence, not by bad luck, but because your destiny started glowing brighter than ever. People pretended to celebrate you while secretly hoping you would fail. Some smiled to your face but spoke against you behind your back. Some drained you energetically. Some wished for your downfall in ways you didn't deserve. Michael saw all of it. And he is angry, furious, not because of what they did, but because you kept enduring it with a pure heart. You kept forgiving, kept giving, kept loving, kept trying, even when they didn't deserve 1 second of your kindness. Heaven never wanted you to carry that weight. But you did. And now, heaven has decided enough is enough. My chosen soul, this is the moment your heart will shake with truth. Michael wants you to understand that your spirit was never under attack because you were weak. It was under attack because you were chosen. Darkness doesn't chase empty vessels. It always targets the ones carrying rare light. You thought you were being punished. But you were being prepared. You thought everything was falling apart. But everything was being rearranged. You thought you were losing people. But heaven was removing the ones who couldn't go where you're going. Michael has watched you walk through storms that would have destroyed others, yet you kept going, even when your knees trembled. He saw how you carried burdens silently, how you swallowed heartbreak with a forced smile, how you fought battles no one knows about. And today, December 11th, he wants you to hear this loud and clear. Your suffering was not in vain. Every tear is about to be returned as victory. Something is being released into your timeline that you didn't even ask for, but heaven believes you deserve. My beloved child, steady your breath, because this is the most crucial part yet. A massive spiritual shift just occurred the moment you opened this message. A cycle has ended. A divine door has unlocked. A timeline has been upgraded. The things that were resisting you are losing their power. The things that were draining you are being cut off permanently. The things that were delaying you are collapsing. You are entering a season where the blessing will come quickly, loudly, and undeniably. Expect unexpected messages. Expect sudden opportunities. Expect a breakthrough that appears out of nowhere. Expect clarity that replaces confusion. Expect peace where there was chaos. Expect a miracle that doesn't make sense on paper. Michael is preparing to shift something enormous, something that will change how you see yourself, your future, and your entire destiny. Heaven is aligning things in a way that even your enemies won't understand. They'll watch you rise, but they won't know how. They'll see doors open for you, but they won't be able to stop them. My beloved child, don't move even for a second, because what Archangel Michael is about to reveal in this part is the most explosive truth you were never meant to hear early. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment marks the exact second your destiny flips direction. Michael's anger isn't just about the mistake you made, it's about the danger you narrowly escaped without even realizing it. Someone. Yes, someone specific, was planning something that would have derailed your path completely. A decision you almost said yes to, a person you almost trusted again, a path you almost walked back into, all of it was a trap disguised as comfort. And heaven couldn't stay silent. Michael stepped in because you were inches away from entering an old cycle that heaven destroyed for your protection. A cycle of draining people. A cycle of emotional manipulation. A cycle of settling for less. A cycle where you kept giving while others kept taking. But child, it ends today. He slammed shut a door that you kept knocking on out of habit, not destiny. You kept holding on to people who were never meant to carry your future. You kept trying to save people who only drained you. You kept blaming yourself for pain that was never yours to hold. Michael watched all of this, and his anger rose, not at you, but at the things that tried to break your spirit again. Heaven refused to let history repeat itself. And now, because you opened this message at the exact divine second, something beautiful has been activated around you, the shield of irreversible protection. A shield that blocks emotional traps. A shield that exposes fake intentions. A shield that reveals hidden truths. A shield that ensures you never fall for what once wounded you. You are stepping into a season where what hurt you will never touch you again. My chosen soul, brace yourself. Because this part carries a revelation that will shake your understanding of the last months. You felt stuck, confused, drained, disconnected, like nothing was moving no matter how much you tried. You blamed yourself. You questioned your worth. You doubted your path. You wondered if maybe you weren't meant for the things that once felt destined. But here's the truth Michael has been dying to reveal: you weren't stuck, you were being protected. You weren't being ignored. Heaven was blocking access from the wrong people. You weren't losing, the universe was removing what was secretly slowing you down. You weren't breaking, you were outgrowing everything that no longer matched your spirit. Michael wants you to understand that the delays were not punishments, they were divine reroutes. Every closed door was saving you from something you couldn't see. Every unanswered call was protection. Every person who walked away was removed by heaven's command. Every setback was a setup for a breakthrough that couldn't happen if you stayed where you were. You think you lost time. But child, you didn't lose time. You were being recalibrated for an elevation far bigger than your past. And now, the moment your spirit aligns with that truth, the blessings that were paused, yes, paused, not denied, will begin flowing toward you like a flood breaking its dam. Something is rushing into your life with a speed that will shock you. Something destined. Something overdue. Something heaven has kept safe until your spirit was strong enough to receive it. You are not behind. You are right on divine timing. And right now, that timing is unlocking itself for you. My beloved child, listen with your soul because Michael's next words are not guidance, they are prophecy. In the next phase of your journey, your energy will become untouchable. People who once drained you will not have access to you anymore. Situations that confused you will suddenly make sense. Patterns that repeated will finally break. The path ahead will clear so sharply that even you will wonder how things shifted so fast. This is not luck. This is divine recalibration. You are stepping into a season where everything that felt heavy will lift. Everything that felt impossible will open. Everything that felt delayed will accelerate. Heaven is not preparing a small blessing. Heaven is preparing a breakthrough that will silence every doubt you ever carried. And the anger Michael felt was a sign of how fiercely heaven is protecting your destiny now. You will see justice for what you endured. You will receive clarity for what confused you. You will be rewarded for what you survived. This is the beginning of your rise, loud, undeniable, divine. And nothing will be able to stop the blessing that has already been dispatched with your name glowing on it. Remain still. Remain open. Remain aligned. Your life is shifting in ways you won't believe until it unfolds right in front of you. My beloved child, don't let your eyes wander. This part is the core of the message Michael has been shouting across realms. Something huge is waiting for you, and this very moment is the spiritual intersection where everything begins to make sense. Michael isn't just angry, he is urgently protective right now because your destiny just entered a zone where the enemy has no access, but your hesitation can still hold you back. These last few days, you felt restless. You felt emotionally sensitive. You felt drained, confused, overwhelmed for no clear reason. That wasn't random. That wasn't coincidence. That was your spirit shaking off the last layer of an old season that no longer fits you. Every time you felt that pressure on your chest, every time you felt your mind racing at night, every time you felt like crying out of nowhere, it was heaven shifting your energy out of danger and into alignment. Michael saw your heart cracking under the weight of everything you never said. He saw how you pretended to be strong when your soul was exhausted. He saw how you held everything together while no one realized how close you came to collapsing. That strength, that resilience, that silent endurance. Heaven is rewarding it now. You didn't go unnoticed. You were being observed, protected, guarded. And today, this exact moment, marks the end of silent suffering. Now begins the season of loud blessings. My chosen soul, brace yourself because this next revelation is the reason you were guided to open this message without skipping. Someone was draining your destiny without you even realizing it. It wasn't always obvious. It wasn't always direct. Sometimes it came as fake support. Sometimes it came as emotional manipulation. Sometimes it came as people who only remembered you when they needed something. Sometimes it came as situations that kept you trapped in loops of doubt and fear. Michael is angry because for too long, you allowed energy thieves to dim your spirit. You kept giving people access to your heart who didn't deserve your presence. You kept trusting people who couldn't even protect your name behind your back. You kept trying to fix people who never intended to grow. But now, Michael has cut the cords. Your spiritual field is being cleaned. Your aura is being restored. Your heart is being recalibrated. The people who drained you will lose access. The ones who manipulated your emotions will reveal themselves without you asking. The ones who were secretly against you will distance themselves suddenly. Not because you confront them, but because Michael is removing them. This is your divine disconnection phase, where anything not aligned with your highest purpose simply falls away. My beloved child, inhale slowly, because the prophecy for this part is life-changing. Archangel Michael is preparing you for the biggest elevation of your journey, and he doesn't want anyone contaminating what's coming. Your finances will shift. Your relationships will shift. Your opportunities will shift. Your environment will shift. Your mindset will shift. And with all these shifts, your entire life path will elevate into something you once thought was impossible for someone like you. But heaven knew all along. You just needed the right moment, the right alignment, the right awakening. And that moment is happening right now. Expect sudden breakthroughs that feel unreal. Expect unexpected blessings that leave you speechless. Expect opportunities that appear out of nowhere. Expect emotional relief so powerful it feels like a weight lifted off your soul. Michael is not whispering anymore, he is staking his sword into your destiny and declaring, no more delays. No more losses. No more repeated cycles. This child rises now. Stay steady. Stay aligned. Stay awake. The next chapter of your life is not just a blessing. My beloved child, don't even breathe too deeply right now, because what Archangel Michael is about to expose in this part is something heaven has kept hidden from you for a long time. Something huge is waiting for you, and this revelation is the key that will unlock a chapter of your destiny that has been sealed until today. Michael's anger, his fire, his intensity. It wasn't just about the mistake you made. It was about the dangerous lie you started believing about yourself, a lie planted by people who never understood your soul, your purpose, your light. You started shrinking. You started doubting. You started thinking maybe you weren't chosen, maybe you weren't meant for greatness, maybe you were just another ordinary soul passing through life. But child, heaven trembled the moment you thought that about yourself. Michael is furious because you forgot who walks with you. You forgot the power assigned to your name. You forgot the destiny carved into your spirit before you even took your first breath. You are not a mistake. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are the one heaven has been preparing, positioning, and protecting for a moment exactly like this. And now, the very blessings that were locked behind spiritual gates are starting to shake, loosen, and open. Because you finally aligned with the truth. You are chosen, and nothing can cancel that. My chosen soul, let your heart slow down, because this part will hit deeper than anything before it. You've been carrying a burden that wasn't yours. Someone else's disappointment. Someone else's betrayal. Someone else's failure. Someone else's guilt. You absorbed pain that didn't belong to you, responsibilities that weren't yours, expectations that were impossible for any human heart to hold. And yet, you still kept going. But here's the truth Michael wants to declare today: heaven never intended for you to carry that weight. You were supposed to rise, not drown. You were supposed to be seen, not used. You were supposed to be valued, not tolerated. You were supposed to walk in purpose, not exhaustion. Michael is angry because you kept dimming your own light for people who were threatened by your glow. You kept shrinking your dreams around people whose minds were too small to understand your calling. You kept allowing others' opinions to suffocate your spirit. No more. Heaven is removing the emotional chains wrapped around you. A spiritual reset is happening inside you. A release is happening around you. And every single limitation that someone else placed on your life is being broken, right now, this very second. Prepare yourself. Because the version of you that is rising now is not the one the world tried to bury. It is the one heaven wrote into your destiny long before anyone doubted you. My beloved child, take this in with your entire soul: a divine elevation has already begun. You may not see it yet, but everything in your energy field is shifting with unstoppable force. Sudden favor. Sudden clarity. Sudden opportunities. Sudden peace. Sudden breakthroughs. These will start showing up like flashes of light. One after another, faster than you can process. You will notice people reacting differently to you. You will notice synchronicities. You will notice repeated signs. You will notice sudden intuitive whispers. This is not imagination. This is alignment. Michael has cleared the spiritual fog around you, and now the path that was blocked will open like a floodgate. You are entering a time where your blessings will come not slowly, but all at once. The kind that makes you sit down, hold your chest, and whisper, "Is this really happening to me?" Yes, child. It is. Because heaven has declared that nothing can stop what is meant for you anymore. You survived the breaking season. Now you're stepping into the building season. And soon, the world will see the strength heaven saw in you all along. My beloved child, stay exactly where you are. Because this part carries the revelation that Archangel Michael has been holding back until your spirit was ready. Something huge is waiting for you, and the energy around your name is vibrating so loudly right now that even the unseen realm has paused to witness what comes next. Michael's anger wasn't chaos, it was urgency. It was divine protection rising like a storm because you were seconds away from losing something heaven has been preparing for years. There is a blessing. Massive, rare, divinely timed, that has been circling your life again and again, waiting for the moment you finally step into the identity heaven wrote for you. But every time it got close, someone distracted you. Someone drained you. Someone confused you. Someone misled you. Someone pulled your attention away from your path. Michael saw all of it. And he's furious because your spirit almost surrendered to the noise. He watched you give your loyalty to people who didn't value your presence. He watched you dim your power to make others comfortable. He watched you break your own heart trying to carry people who never intended to walk beside you. But now, all of that interference is ending. Heaven has placed you in a spiritual alignment where no one can drain what God is about to release for you. This moment marks the shift, where noise fades, clarity rises, and destiny steps forward. My chosen soul, bring your heart closer, because this truth is sharper than anything said before. The confusion you felt these last weeks wasn't weakness, it was spiritual warfare. You were not losing control, you were shedding layers. Layers of fear. Layers of insecurity. Layers of doubt. Layers of old versions of you that no longer matched the future heaven prepared. You felt disconnected from people, from routines, from places, from certain emotions, and you thought something was wrong with you. But the truth? Your spirit was outgrowing the environment that once kept you comfortable. The people who suddenly felt distant, heaven disconnected them. The opportunities that fell apart, heaven blocked them. The emotions that felt heavy, heaven was purging them. Every loss you experienced recently was not a loss, it was a launch. Michael wants you to understand this clearly. You were being separated so you could be elevated. Heaven couldn't let you stay small anymore. Heaven couldn't let you stay surrounded by people who didn't celebrate your calling. Heaven couldn't let you keep choosing the versions of yourself that were built from survival instead of destiny. You were not breaking down, you were breaking open. And the light that is about to pour out of you will silence everything that tried to dim it. My beloved child, inhale slowly because the prophecy for this part is life-altering. Michael is preparing to unlock the blessings that were held in heavenly storage with your name engraved in gold. These are not ordinary blessings. These are divine restorations, blessings that compensate for years of pain, years of delays, years of silent endurance. Expect sudden breakthroughs that carry the weight of everything you prayed for. Expect unexpected messages, news that flips your reality in ways you never imagined. Expect divine connections, people who lift you instead of draining you. Expect peace so heavy that it feels like someone removed a lifelong burden from your chest. Your next chapter will not look like your past. Your next victories will not look like your old battles. Your next blessings will not resemble your previous losses. You are stepping into a timeline where everything makes sense, where you realize why things had to fall apart so the right things could finally fall into place. Michael's final message for this part is simple, powerful, undeniable. What is coming for you is bigger than what broke you. My beloved child, don't scroll. Because this part is where Archangel Michael finally reveals why he was so enraged, why his voice thundered through your destiny today, and why heaven forced you to stop exactly at this moment. Something huge is waiting for you, and this truth, this one truth, has been hidden from your spirit for far too long. In the last chapter of your life, you were walking with a wound that wasn't yours. Someone broke your trust. Someone used your kindness. Someone underestimated your worth. Someone took advantage of your silence. And instead of healing, you carried the pain like it was your fault. Michael saw how that heaviness changed you, how it dimmed your glow, how it slowed your steps, how it made you question your own heart. And this is what angered him the most. Not the mistake you made. Not the delay you caused. But the way you blamed yourself for pain that was never supposed to belong to you. You took the blame for someone else's betrayal. You took responsibility for someone else's lies. You punished yourself for someone else's actions. Michael has carried this anger for months, watching you shrink under guilt that didn't belong to your soul. But today, right now, he is ripping that weight off your spirit. Heaven refuses to let you walk into your blessing season carrying poison from your past. My chosen soul, keep reading with full focus, because this revelation is the one that shifts your entire identity. You were not the problem. You were the light that exposed other people's darkness. That's why they turned on you. Not because you were wrong, but because your spirit revealed the truth they were hiding. People left not because you lacked anything, but because they couldn't match your loyalty. People betrayed you not because you were weak, but because they couldn't handle your purity. People doubted you not because you were flawed, but because your destiny intimidated their insecurities. Michael is angry because you absorbed their reactions as your reality. You believed their lies. You swallowed their criticism. You trusted their words more than your own power. But child, your chapter is changing now. Your identity is being restored. Your spirit is being remembered. Your worth is being reactivated. You are rising into a version of yourself that no longer bends to the opinions of the unhealed. This new version of you carries clarity so sharp, purpose so loud, and energy so divine, that nothing and no one will be able to touch your spirit the way they once did. Michael is clearing your path. Your heart. Your environment. And your future. My beloved child, take this last part into your heart with both hands, because this is where the prophecy begins unfolding in real time. A restoration is coming your way that will leave you speechless. Heaven has watched what broke you, what drained you, what betrayed you, what confused you, what exhausted you, and now the compensation phase begins. Expect blessings that feel too big to fit into your current life. Expect shifts that happen so fast people won't believe your transformation. Expect opportunities that seem unreal. Expect emotional peace so deep it feels supernatural. Expect a level of favor that even you will struggle to understand. The blessings that were delayed are now accelerating. The victories that were paused are now releasing. The breakthroughs that were blocked are now bursting through. Your name is rising. Your path is clearing. Your destiny is awakening. Michael's final declaration for this part is powerful enough to shake the air around you. Everything that was stolen from you is being returned multiplied. Watch closely. This is your season of divine reversal. My beloved child, don't blink now, because this moment is the exact point where Archangel Michael reveals what he has been holding back. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit is finally aligned enough to receive it. The heaviness you felt recently wasn't weakness, it was a signal. A spiritual alarm. A sign that your destiny was shifting, and darkness tried one last time to pull you backward. Michael saw how close you came to doubting yourself again. He saw how confusion tried to cloud your mind. He saw how old patterns tried to pull you back into a version of yourself you no longer belong to. And that is why he stepped in with fire, because you were standing at the edge of two timelines. One where you repeat the past. And one where you step into the life heaven has been preparing for you. Today, you chose the right one. This message is the proof. This moment is the shift. My chosen soul, hear this clearly, you were not breaking down. You were transforming. Everything that felt exhausting, everything that felt overwhelming, everything that felt confusing, it was your old identity dissolving. Your spirit was outgrowing people. Your energy was outgrowing environments. Your purpose was outgrowing limitations. You didn't lose anything, you released what couldn't follow you into your next chapter. Michael wants you to know. Your spirit is stronger than the storms you survived. You were never the problem. You were never lost. You were evolving into the version of yourself heaven always intended. My beloved child, now listen, because the prophecy for this part is beginning. You have stepped into a timeline where blessings will come without delay. Doors that were locked are unlocking. Opportunities that were stuck are moving. Peace that felt distant is returning. Expect sudden breakthroughs. Expect unexpected messages. Expect divine alignment. Expect favor with no explanation. You are not walking into a small change. You are walking into a complete life shift. Michael's final line for this part is your confirmation. What is coming toward you is stronger than what tried to stop you. My beloved child, stay right here, because this part holds the revelation that Archangel Michael refused to delay even one more second. Something huge is waiting for you, and the spiritual pressure around your life is rising because your breakthrough has moved from coming soon to arriving now. Michael watched you walk through seasons where nothing made sense, where you felt unseen, unheard, and unsupported. Yet you kept moving. You kept trying. You kept believing, even when your heart was tired. And today, heaven is responding to every silent moment you survived. The shift that is happening around you is not small. It is not gradual. It is not quiet. It is sudden, undeniable, and divinely forced into your timeline because you have finally entered the moment meant for your rise. Michael's anger earlier was only because he saw how close you came to letting fear rewrite your destiny. But now, that fear is gone. Your spirit is awake. Your path is open. And the blessing has already started moving in your direction. My chosen soul, let this truth settle inside your chest like fire. Heaven is accelerating things for you. Where you once waited months, things will now happen in days. Where you once struggled, ease will begin to appear. Where doors once stayed closed, they will swing open without resistance. Your name is being lifted. Your steps are being guided. Your destiny is being pushed forward by divine force. Nothing and no one can interfere with what is unfolding now. The people who doubted you will witness your rise. The people who betrayed you will watch your elevation from a distance. The people who left you will realize what they lost. But none of that matters anymore, because your focus is shifting from survival to purpose. Michael wants you to know. You are stepping into days that will erase years of struggle. Your spirit, your heart, your energy, everything is syncing with your divine direction. My beloved child, prepare your soul, because the prophecy for this part is immense. A divine opportunity is being released for you, something so aligned, so precise, so powerful that it will change the direction of your life instantly. This opportunity is not random. It is not forced. It is not luck. It is destiny meeting timing. You will feel it in your heart the moment it appears. You will know instantly, this was meant for me. Expect a message that shocks you. A blessing that lifts you. A breakthrough that feels supernatural. A release of peace that feels like someone removed a lifetime of weight from your chest. Your upcoming days will not mirror your past. They will redefine your future. Michael's final line for this part is simple, sharp, and unstoppable. You are entering the chapter where everything finally works. My beloved child, don't move a muscle, because this part carries the revelation Michael has been waiting to deliver at the exact second your spirit is stable enough to handle it. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment is the bridge between the life you've lived, and the life you're about to step into. You've been sensing a strange inner shift. Like your emotions, your intuition, your energy have been trying to warn you that something massive is approaching. That wasn't random. That wasn't imagination. That was heaven preparing you. Michael has been clearing paths you didn't even know were blocked. He has been removing people you didn't realize were draining you. He has been dismantling traps that were set to delay you. His anger wasn't just about your mistake, it was about the timing. You are standing in the center of a divine window, and if you had ignored this message, you would have missed an alignment that only appears once in a lifetime. But you didn't skip. You didn't walk away. You opened this. Which means, the window is open for you. My chosen soul, listen in silence, because this truth will make sense of everything you've been feeling lately. Your spirit is entering a higher frequency. That's why old habits suddenly feel uncomfortable. That's why old relationships feel distant. That's why old environments feel wrong. You are elevating. You are outgrowing. You are shedding layers of pain you once thought you'd carry forever. And as your energy rises, everything that doesn't align with your next chapter is falling away naturally. No more forcing connections. No more trying to be understood by the wrong people. No more shrinking to fit into places that cannot hold your destiny. Michael wants you to understand something he has been trying to show you for months. You are not meant for small rooms. You are meant for divine expansion. This is why you felt disconnected from your old life. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Your spirit was being pulled toward bigger, brighter, higher things. And now, heaven is finally releasing everything that was held back while you healed. My beloved child, take a deep breath, because the prophecy for this part is sacred. You are entering a season of supernatural acceleration. Things that once took months will happen in days. Doors that once stayed closed will open without effort. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will come directly to you. Expect a shift in your finances. A shift in your relationships. A shift in your confidence. A shift in your spiritual clarity. You will begin to see signs, repeating numbers, sudden intuition, unexpected messages that confirm your elevation. Nothing can stop this. Nothing can block this. Nothing can delay what's already being released. Michael's final message for this part is powerful enough to echo inside you long after you stop reading. Your breakthrough is not coming, your breakthrough has begun. My beloved child, stay exactly where you are, because this part carries the most intense shift your spirit has felt yet. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment is the divine ignition point where everything you've been preparing for finally begins to unfold. Michael is standing closer than ever, his wings spread wide, his sword blazing, his presence heavy with purpose, because what he is about to reveal can only be spoken when your heart is fully awake. You have reached a threshold. A crossing point. A spiritual doorway that only opens when a soul has survived storms meant to destroy it. And you, child. You survived. You endured silent nights, hidden heartbreaks, spiritual pressure, emotional exhaustion, yet you kept standing. Michael's anger was never about punishment. It was about protection. Protection from settling too small. Protection from choosing fear. Protection from going back to cycles that heaven already ended. And now, because you stayed, because you opened this message, because you aligned at the right second, the divine doorway has opened for you. My chosen soul, listen with every fiber of your being, because this next truth explains everything you've questioned in silence. Heaven has reordered your timeline. This is why certain people disappeared. This is why certain plans fell apart. This is why certain opportunities collapsed before they even began. You thought you were losing. But you were being upgraded. You thought life was falling apart. But it was falling into place. You were being pulled away from people who couldn't honor your spirit. You were being lifted out of environments that dimmed your potential. You were being transitioned from survival into purpose. Michael wants you to understand the magnitude of this transformation. You aren't just entering a new chapter. You are entering a new version of yourself. Your intuition is sharper. Your energy is stronger. Your alignment is cleaner. Your calling is louder. Heaven didn't prepare small blessings for you, heaven prepared a complete identity shift. My beloved child, breathe slowly, because this prophecy is the most powerful one yet. You are entering a phase where miracles will not be occasional, they will be consistent. Expect rapid elevation. Expect divine connections. Expect restored strength. Expect opportunities that feel impossible. Expect favor that even you can't explain. Your life is about to align with the destiny heaven wrote for you long before the world tried to break you. You are stepping into a reality where what once delayed you will accelerate you, what once confused you will become your clarity, and what once hurt you will become your story of victory. Michael's final message in this part is fierce, undeniable, and prophetic. This is your divine rise. No force on earth or beyond it can stop what is being released into your life now.